Good morning, everybody. Today is April 21st, 2021, and we are going to be talking about gold, silver, the S&P 500, and Bitcoin. So let's go over to gold. Gold is actually breaking out of this consolidation channel, and this is really bullish for me. Let's close this candle above this area and get one more candle body, full candle body close above here, and I think we're good. I think we're going to hit this red line. This red line is still the area that I need to see broken. This purple red line and this 125 period moving average confluence zone still needs to be broken. That's a lot of resistance over there. And so if we can punch above here, I believe all-time highs are coming probably within the next year. Silver is looking great. Silver is running. We have broken out, and it looks like we are trying to hit this line. Now this red line right here is still in this zone. This entire zone is still really not a trade zone for me for long-term positions. However, if we can break out of here above this line at 26,657, that will take us probably all the way up to this red line right here, challenging the previous high around $30. So I am looking pretty bullish on silver. Silver is looking really good right now. The S&P 500, the daily is recovering. I kind of don't want to see that. I kind of want to see us fall for a little bit and get down here. It's not much. It's only a 3 or 4% correction, but at least it takes us back to this 30-period moving average. Going over to the weekly, I'm not really liking the fact that the weekly is recovering, because if the weekly closes above this green line here, and this green line needs to be adjusted. I don't know why it was messed up, but it needs to be set so that it's not breaking any of the bodies. And that's the line right there. That is not good. That is very bad. Let me see if I can get this as close as possible. All right, there we go. I think I'm as close. Yeah. That's very bad. That's 7 right there. That 7 candle is going to keep us inside of this trajectory if we close where we're at right now. I need this week to correct back down to this lower slope. I do not need us to be increasing an angle because the faster we rise at this steep angle, the more likely we are to set off a market top. And if there's a market top in the S&P 500, I believe all markets are going to top around the same time. So if this starts running vertically really quickly, then I'm expecting the crypto market to run vertical. I'm expecting the silver and gold markets to run vertical. I'm expecting every asset class to run vertical at the same time when this happens because of all the money printing. I don't see a situation in which one asset is rising and falling at the same trajectory. So if this S&P 500 continues on this path, I get more and more worried. I mean, I'm bullish, but I'm getting more and more concerned that this is not a good sign and this could wipe out the market. But maybe that's just me fear-mongering and we're still in a good position. I mean, let me just take it from the top to the initial correction and see where we're at. I mean, we have a ways to go before I would say I start getting concerned about an overextension. But how long it takes us to get to that price point, like this whole area right here, this whole entire move with this nice sloping run and then a correction, sloping run, a bigger correction, and a nice even sloping run. But see, when we took off here, I mean, yeah, that was the COVID crash, but I don't know if a lot of you know this. I'll show you something that maybe not a lot of people are aware of. If you go to the 12-month chart, the COVID pandemic happened on a 9. It happened on a sell 9. This was the end of the market cycle. This was a 9. We should have had a 1 to 4 candle correction. All this is money printing. That's what's concerning me, is that this, we're out of the channel, and that gets me worried, and we're too far away from these moving averages. I mean, the 50 period moving average on the 50-year moving average is miles away from where we are. We are just so far removed. We look like a hyperwave on steroids. You know, this looks like a hyperwave on steroids to me, and we're just going vertical. But as long as the money printing continues, we'll probably keep going up. I just don't know if commodities will stay as cheap as they are. All right, let's go to Bitcoin. Now, if you remember yesterday, I told you that I actually really needed to see this 4 candle close above this yellow line. We did get that. However, we did correct back down. And this is concerning to me. I think we have potentially 1 day left. And I want to say even today may be the last day that we can sit underneath this zone and not be worried. Going over to this setup right here, my concern is, and you can't see it on the 4 hour, but you can see it on the 1 hour, is that we had our little breakout and we need to try and consolidate in everything we can into one channel or one triangle. So now the apex of our triangle is changing, so we're just consolidating more and more inside of this little triangle here. I might be able to make the case for a bearish triangle right now. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I got this. And then we've broken out of a descending triangle. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. So this structure could be correct, or I can maintain my neutral stance on this structure. And I am leaning towards maintaining my neutral stance, and that is because we are not making higher highs yet. This has not been broken. This is a lower high. This is a lower high. What I need to see now is a higher high. I need a higher high than here. So this red line now needs to be right here. You need to break this line to 57.2. We need to break 57.145 and close a candle above it on the 1 hour in order for me to start changing my position to a more bullish stance. I am not a huge fan of this setup. This is not looking great to me. However, there is some good news. And what I believe is Litecoin is leading Bitcoin. And right now, on the same chart, this would be the 1 hour top that you would have seen right here. Litecoin has broken that and is starting to run and diverge. So I believe Litecoin is going to start running up into, it's going to be running past these numbers pretty quickly. I think that we're in for that. Shoulder, head, shoulder. I see an inverted head and shoulders pattern here. We broke the neckline. I think we're moving up. The RSI is looking good on Litecoin. For me, this is the play for me for the year, on using this asset to take, maybe a 3 or 4x move on Bitcoin in terms of Satoshi values. That's the play for me, is the one I'm much more concerned with, instead of just the Bitcoin, Bitcoin, S&P 500, and traditional markets. This is all looking questionable. Let's, you know what we haven't pulled up in a long time? Let's go take a look at Doge. I'll just pull up Doge. Probably should have thought about buying more of that. Doge is consolidating around that 30 cent range, but the RSI is dropping like a rock. Why is that is a crappy exchange. Why did that pop up? There we go. That's better. Let's go to the weekly on Doge and see where we're at. Well, we're on a 6, so maybe we can get a 9. Maybe. That's a pretty high overextension. But 45 cents for Doge. That's crazy. Let's see what other pump can happen. Who would have thought? Some guy with a meme coin. All right. Anyway, that's enough for now, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.